Raven, you have been, I think, one of the most enduring queens from RuPaul's Drag Race. You and your bestie, Juju have managed to not really release any singles or albums or tricks or skits or movies or any of that thing. You've just managed to stay everyone's favorite. Yes. And can constantly work. I was watching you on the web last night, and I was like, oh, I forgot when Raven was on Queen Latifah. Oh, I forgot that time Raven had her own show on the cooking channel.
Yeah, that never got picked up, which was a bummer. You know, I am a bar queen. I am a club queen. That's what I do, and that's where I started, and that's, you know, if you're gonna pay me, I'm gonna be there. I'm a whore. We're all whores. We all wanna make money. So if you're gonna pay me, I'll be there. But I feel that also too, work ethic plays into that. And it's making sure, you know, a lot of queens they almost kind of brush this under the rug. They think, oh God, I'll just get there when I get there and I'll do this, you know, and this is your job. Yeah. When you go to work at Target, you have to clock in and be ready on time. So I just feel that I have presented myself professionally, and that's why I'm still working. Because plus I'm gorgeous.
You are gorgeous. I'll applaud that. Not mild applause either. I think like you and Juju especially, without any tricks or all the rest, you've endured and people love you so much. And I think it's because not only are you great when you see you live and perform, but your personality really came through on the show.
Well, thank you. I always knew I was destined to do something on TV, something like this. I just didn't know it was going to be in a dress and a wig.
Right.
So when I first started doing drag, I was like, okay, I'm kind of enjoying this. I'm kind of liking it. So it's kind of weird when people are saying they love you, but it's like they love the persona. It's not really the person. So, I mean, we still are the same people in and out, but it's just, it's one of those things where when we go and work, you know, we work fine by ourselves, but when we're booked together, and I think we're one of the only teams from RuPaul's All-Stars Drag Race that still travels.
Together.
Yeah.
Plus you had a great name.
Ruju.
Exactly.
Well, okay, here's a quick story. When Ru first said that we had to think up names, I was thinking team names, like just names.
Right.
I didn't know how to be like a moniker. So I was like, oh, well, let's be the Fuzzy Buttercups. And Juju was like, what? And I'm like, Fuzzy Buttercups. And she sat there and, oh, that's gross. And so then when Ru came and asked us, like, what is your name? We're like, Fuzzy Buttercups. And she's like, what? And so then we found out we had to be, it was either Ruju or Javen.
Oh, I think you chose wisely.
Yeah, Ruju.
Because Ruju looks great on a flyer in Orlando or wherever you're traveling to. Ruju's coming! Ruju's coming!
And plus it has Ru in there.
Oh, you're right. It has Ru in there, and we know that's important. Now, let me get into something that I did not know about you, but it's very interesting. Before you were the beautiful lady known as Raven, you were a go-go thug named Phoenix, son.
Yes, I was. Where did we find this out?
Oh, honey, I do my research,
okay,
darling.
See, this is why I wanted to come do this. Because he's digging deep. Not too deep.
Not too deep.
So
your boyfriend's here, I'm sure he gets deep in you all the time. Anyway, go-go thug named Phoenix.
Yes, I was a working go-go boy named Phoenix, and I started.
And where was this?
Mainly like the Valley, Long Beach.
Oh, right.
And a couple of really seedy, gross places that I would never recommend going to.
When you're a go-go boy, you just gotta go what you gotta do.
I'm a whore.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pay me, I'll be there.
Go-go boys end up in rapey places. That's because they're meant to be molested consensually.
But I didn't get into all that. But I started doing costumes, and when I would show up to go-go dance, it wasn't just like, you know, a pair of, you know, boots and a thong. I wanted to be like a cow. Name a character from the Village People. I dressed up as that at least once a week. So, and that's what I started doing, and then I wanted to start playing with makeup, and I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? Why not? Let's do it.
So you and was that like you started playing with makeup like what? You were like everyone loves me, and then one day you were like, oh, drag queen got that glitter on my eye,
basically.
and oh my god, I am amazing.
It wasn't that. It wasn't as dramatic as Johnny McGovern can make it. But I was always playing with makeup, and makeup is what made me appreciate doing this. But it was starting to do that and then going to work and then the other Go-Go Boys not wanting me to play their reindeer games. And so I was like, okay, fine, whatever, I'm done.
You're like, well, I also could be a lady, so boink.
And then I was go-go dancing in drag.
Oh, wow.
Which that's not fun.
Oh, no,
It's
that's
so
on the
hot
box and a lot
disgusting.
of, that's like a cardio program.
Well, I was very Britney Spears about it.
Oh.
I was like, I want 2 huge industrial fans down here. I want this wig to just blow all over the place.
Stancing. You were stancing, really, just letting it fly.
With that lovely red light. Just getting rid of all the makeup.
And so you decided that you weren't going to call yourself Phoenix, the drag queen.
I thought I wanted to go with something a little more feminine, but still kind of androgynous. So I went with Raven, which is, I don't know where that came from. Everyone asks me why. I just figured, at the time I was doing everything kind of dark, mysterious.
The Dark Princess.
That's what they were calling me. Oh, okay, yes. That was me, the Dark Princess.
The Dark Princess. Well,
I
you're
still am.
Yeah, exactly. You still are the Dark Princess.
But I try and, after I started doing drag and I was the Dark Princess, I was sick of being just that.
Right.
It was always white contacts, black lipstick, black hair. And so then I wanted to start doing a little bit of glam. And I look back and I see some of my photos from when I first started, and I'm like, what the hell? But we all grow, we learn.
We do, now you can do a million looks. And it's wise you didn't choose a name like Tina. So now or whatever, so when someone yells, yo, Raven, doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, at the mall, you can give them whatever you want.
Exactly, and that's why I chose the name. Tinta. Hey,
So-
Tinta.
Tinta! Tinta! Why are you ignoring me? I saw you at Angles last night, Tinta! Let's talk about your makeup, your legendary face. I know all the children always are asking you about it. How was the creation of the face? And like your signature look is so you.
Well, I have I have a lot of friends, peers, and who think that I'm like the best makeup artist. And that's just because they love me, and mom has to say that. But I don't feel that I do anything differently than other queens do. I have a carved crease. I wear lashes. Most queens wear lashes. Some try and get away with not. But I contour, I highlight, I do everything. It's just I think I put them in certain places and I take my time, which is I think what makes people look at my makeup a little differently. I don't think I'm the best. I know I look at, and I still get tips from people when I'm working with queens. I'm like, oh girl, what did you use for this? And how did you do that? So I feel because I take my time is why that reads and people can see that and they can understand, okay, it looks like you took your time. I take 3 hours to get ready.
And it looks, every moment of it looks gorgeous and beautiful. Now I want to ask you, I mean, we've talked a lot on this show, like the experience of Drag Race, and we all know you're there and you have to really bring it. But it's interesting to me, since you've been one of the most famous Drag Race queens for a while, is, all the girls are trying to get on Drag Race, but then when you do get on Drag Race, that's a whole nother competition and hierarchy and energy that you're dealing with. Tell me a little bit about that.
It's completely different. Now to get on the show, I don't think I could make it through the audition process. I mean, I give it up to every queen that has made it on there since season 4. They have to jump through burning rings of fire. They have to walk high. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. But once you actually get there, and it's funny because there are a lot of queens that I've seen that have come on the show since I've been on the show, and I've worked with them, at their home bar, and I don't need a TV show. I don't need to do that. Oh, she was just on, and now they're on it.
Yeah.
And so I think to myself, good. I'm glad you got to experience what goes on there, because what people see is not what it's like. I mean, you're standing on your heels, on your shoes for about 5 hours and being red. They're letting you have it. And Matthew says we look like Clydesdales because we shift from this foot to this foot. This foot to this foot.
Right.
The whole time smiling, your hand on your hip. Oh, yes, please, don't send me home. And then after doing that, she's like, okay, now lip sync, bitch. Dance, dance, dance. And you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
So when you get there, it's nothing like people think it is. You literally are there. I want to say we get to set at like 9 in the morning and you leave at 9 at night and you're working all day.
Yeah.
You have a little lunch break and that's it. And it's go, 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 go. You're making TV.
Yeah.
And it's not like the typical, pageant that a lot of queens.
Oh, no.
But bitch, those pageant queens though,
Uh-huh.
I give those bitches props.
Yes.
Because I have seen what they do and I could never. Never, 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 never.
Yes, I know you've said before pageant isn't for you, but you already were in the biggest pageant Olympics competition in the world, so you don't really need it.
No, but I also know I couldn't win one.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sick of not winning things.
Tell me a little bit more. Tell me just a little bit more about once you're out there in the world and the chemistry with the other girls. Like when you meet girls from other seasons, and is it an automatic friendship, or is there sometimes little feathers up, or is it based on the chemistry? Because then that's a whole nother race. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, it is kind of weird because there are times where, again, now I'm a viewer. I don't see what goes on, so I just see what I saw on TV. So I don't pass judgment, but I kind of think, okay, maybe I need to wait, be a little nice with this one, or be a little in the face with this one.
Uh-huh.
So, and there's people who walk up to me like, hey, bitch, and they'll throw themselves on the floor and like all this shit in the dressing room, and I'm like, girl, like, calm down. Like, I'm not that one.
Right.
But they'll be like, oh yes, girl, hunty, and all this shit. So you never know what you're running into. But there are like season 5 queens, they're bonded. Season 4
Right.
queens are bonded, and everyone has each other's backs. Now everyone, they do that cruise every year.
Yeah, that's what seems like another Thunderdome to me, where it's like, I'm the most popular. Oh, I am. Do you see my video? They love me more, Raven.
I won't do it. You should do it. Book with Johnny McGovern for the next
sure.
out and
I'll take Lady Red on the damn cruise, and I'll just spill the tea in the mall.
I hear it's fun, but